Have you ever walked away from an interaction wondering what just happened? Did you miss a sign? Was there something more beneath the surface that you simply didn't pick up on? In a world where genuine connections feel increasingly rare, it's frustrating to think that some of the most amazing relationships are born from unspoken invitations, invitations that all too often fade away into missed opportunities. Imagine this: two people standing on the precipice of what could be an extraordinary bond, yet neither takes that crucial first step. Why does this happen so frequently? The answer lies in a fascinating yet often overlooked truth about human interaction. Most women do not openly declare their interest in a man. They don't typically walk up and say, "I like you." Instead, they often find enjoyment in the process of being pursued, in seeing a man make the effort to win them over. Now, couple this natural inclination for subtle communication with the fact that many men are simply not attuned to the nuanced signals women send when they are attracted. What do you end up with? A classic missed connection. It's a tale as old as time, really. Two individuals holding back, not because of a lack of interest, but because the silent language of attraction has been spoken, yet unheard. But what if you could change that? What if you possessed the ability to tune into those quiet, powerful frequencies that bypass words entirely? What if you could learn to decipher the secret language of attraction, the one that women inherently speak without ever uttering a sound? The good news is you absolutely can. If you are a man who cultivates the skill of paying close attention, if you know precisely what to observe, you can undeniably catch these small, yet incredibly revealing signs in a woman's body language that unmask her true feelings. A woman's body often betrays her genuine interest in you, irrespective of what she chooses to say or not say aloud. This profound truth stems from a fundamental aspect of human communication. A staggering 70 to 90% of all human communication is non-verbal. This isn't just a statistic, it's a doorway into a deeper understanding of human connection. You might already be familiar with some of the more commonly cited signs of attraction. The lingering eye contact that holds your gaze for just a beat too long. The soft, inviting smile that plays on her lips, or perhaps the playful hair flip that catches your attention. These are indeed valuable indicators. However, today we are going to venture much deeper. We're going to illuminate those less obvious cues, those subtle signals that fly under the radar of most men, but for the discerning observer are incredibly telling and utterly unmistakable if you're truly paying attention. These are the secrets to unlocking those missed connections, the keys to understanding the silent invitations that could lead to something amazing. Let's unlock them together. The unspoken invitations, deciphering her subtle cues. The art of understanding attraction lies not just in recognizing outward expressions, but in perceiving the micro-movements, the unconscious shifts and the subtle cues that her body transmits. These signals are often involuntary, a direct reflection of her internal state, making them some of the most reliable indicators of genuine interest. It's about slowing down, observing, and tuning into these quiet, non-verbal signals she's sending your way. 1. The subtle parting of her lips and the gentle drooping of her eyes. One of the most powerful, yet frequently overlooked indicators that a woman is truly captivated by your presence occurs around her mouth and eyes. Observe closely. Does she subtly part her lips while talking to you? This isn't a dramatic, overt gesture, but rather a slight, almost imperceptible separation of her lips. This particular action is rarely random. Instead, it is often a subconscious response that surfaces when she is deeply captivated by you, or perhaps feels a slight, pleasant nervousness in your presence. It's a moment where her attention is so focused, so drawn into the interaction, that her body relaxes into an open, receptive posture. This subtle parting of the lips is very often seen paired with her eyes, gently drooping as she looks at you. Imagine a gaze that isn't just looking, but truly seeing, a look where her eyelids might lower just a fraction, softening her expression. It's as if she is becoming completely immersed in the moment, potentially lost in your words, absorbed by your presence, or captivated by the conversation unfolding between you. This particular combination of signs creates an aura of deep engagement and receptivity. These are what are known as micro-expressions. They are incredibly fleeting, almost instantaneous facial movements that betray an underlying emotion. Because they are so small and rapid, they are remarkably easy to miss unless you are specifically aware that they carry significant meaning. However, despite their subtle nature, these particular micro-expressions carry a substantial amount of weight when it comes to signaling attraction. They indicate a level of emotional and mental absorption that transcends mere politeness, hinting at a profound interest that is actively engaging with you on a deeper, often subconscious level. When you witness this combination, it suggests that you have truly captured her attention, not just on a superficial level, but in a way that resonates deeply within her, prompting these involuntary, yet incredibly telling, physical reactions. It's a silent testament to the fact that she finds you intriguing, compelling, and perhaps even a little enchanting. 2. The direction of her toes, an unspoken invitation to approach. Another incredibly revealing yet often missed non-verbal cue that signals a woman's openness to your approach can be found at her feet. This might sound unconventional, but it provides a profound insight into her subconscious intentions. Imagine a scenario where she is standing at a distance, perhaps across a room, and you've noticed a couple of soft smiles directed your way. You might be feeling a sense of connection, but you're still unsure whether it's appropriate to walk over and engage with her. This is precisely the moment to check her feet. The direction her toes are pointing often serves as a powerful indicator of where her attention and interest are truly directed. It's a primal, unconscious alignment that reveals her internal focus. If, upon observation, you notice that her toes are aimed directly at you, even if the rest of her body is angled slightly differently, this is a highly significant sign. This alignment of her feet is not merely coincidental. It functions as a subconscious invitation. It's her body's way of signaling that she is open to your approach, that she is receptive to you initiating contact, and that her focus, even if subtly, is indeed on you. This gesture is one of the body's most eloquent ways of creating a welcoming vibe, a feeling of openness, without the need for a single word to be spoken aloud. Think of it as a subtle compass needle, always pointing towards what truly holds her interest. While her eyes might dart around, or her conversation might be directed elsewhere, her feet, rooted in her subconscious desires, often betray her true inclination. It suggests a readiness for engagement, a quiet signal that the path is clear for you to move closer. Missing this cue means potentially overlooking a green light that could lead to a delightful interaction. It is a powerful example of how the furthest parts of the body can convey the deepest intentions, offering a silent yet clear "come hither" without any overt action or vocalization. Observing the direction of her feet requires a keen eye and a deliberate shift in focus, but the reward is an unparalleled insight into her true receptivity. It's a testament to the idea that the body speaks volumes, often without its owner even realizing it. 3. Seeking your validation, the post-joke glance. Human beings, at their core, are creatures who seek connection and validation, especially from those they are attracted to. This fundamental desire manifests in a particularly telling non-verbal cue when humor enters the equation. Consider this scenario. She cracks a joke, shares something she finds funny, and then, immediately afterward, her gaze shifts towards you. This isn't just a casual look. It's a momentary, often fleeting glance in your direction, perhaps for only a split second. This quick glance serves a very specific purpose. She is checking for your reaction. Her joke, her moment of humor, is a test, a gentle probe into your receptivity and your opinion. She is hoping that you will laugh or at the very least offer a smile. Your response, or lack thereof, holds significant weight for her in that moment. While it might seem like a rapid, insignificant movement, this subtle act speaks volumes about her inner state and her priorities. If you consistently notice this behavior, her delivering a humorous remark and then immediately seeking your eye or your expressio, it is a strong indicator that she cares about your opinion. This isn't just about whether you found her joke funny. It's about her valuing your perspective, your emotional response, and your engagement. This concern for your opinion is, in the realm of attraction, a solid green flag. It signifies that you hold a certain level of importance in her perception, that your reaction matters to her in a way that transcends casual acquaintance. This cue is a powerful demonstration of her desire for rapport, for shared enjoyment, and for a reciprocal emotional connection. It shows that she is investing a part of herself into the interaction and is looking for confirmation that her investment is being met with positive regard from you. It's a delicate dance of offering and seeking, where her humor is the offering, and your reaction is the sought-after validation that confirms your growing significance in her eyes. 4. The exposed neck. A display of trust and vulnerability. This particular non-verbal cue might initially strike you as somewhat unusual, perhaps even counterintuitive, but it is one of the most profound and ancient signals of trust and vulnerability a woman can display. Observe closely for this subtle yet powerful action. When a woman slightly tilts her head and in doing so exposes her neck. This isn't an accidental movement. It's a deeply rooted subconscious gesture. To understand the immense significance of this act, it's crucial to recognize the inherent nature of the neck. The neck is a highly sensitive and, in a defensive context, a guarded area of the human body. It contains vital arteries and is a vulnerable point in any creature's anatomy. Instinctively, we tend to protect this area, keeping it covered or shielded when we feel threatened or unsure. Therefore, when she makes the conscious or subconscious decision to open up this area around you, to reveal her neck, it is an incredibly telling gesture. This action is her body's way of silently declaring, "I feel safe with you." It is a profound display of comfort and a willingness to be vulnerable in your presence. By exposing this typically protected part of her body, she is signaling that she perceives you as non-threatening, that she trusts you, and that she feels secure enough to let down her guard. While this sign is indeed subtle, it becomes incredibly telling, especially when observed in conjunction with other signs of attraction. An isolated neck tilt might simply be a stretch or a habit, but when it is paired with other indicators of interest, perhaps the gentle drooping of her eyes or her toes pointed in your direction, its meaning becomes undeniably clear. It suggests a deep level of comfort and an unspoken invitation for emotional intimacy. It's a testament to the primal nature of attraction and how our bodies communicate feelings of safety and openness long before words are ever spoken. Recognizing this cue means understanding that you've earned a level of trust that allows her to be truly relaxed and uninhibited in your company, a vital foundation for any meaningful connection. 5. Mirroring your behavior, the unconscious dance of connection. Among the classic nonverbal signs of rapport and attraction, mirroring remains one of the most powerful, yet it surprisingly still goes under the radar for many. Mirroring, in the context of attraction, is when a woman unconsciously begins to copy your gestures, subtly adopt your tone of voice, or even start using phrases that you frequently employ. This isn't a conscious imitation. It's an involuntary, subconscious response driven by a desire to connect and build rapport. Consider these common manifestations of mirroring. Let's say, for instance, that you lean forward while you are talking. Moments later, if she is mirroring you, she might instinctively lean in as well. Or perhaps you have a particular phrase or an idiosyncratic expression that you use quite often. If she is subtly mirroring your behavior, you might notice that she starts using that same phrase in her own conversation. These aren't random occurrences. This phenomenon is her body's way of syncing with you emotionally and building rapport without her even realizing she is doing it. It's an unconscious attempt to create a sense of harmony and alignment between you. When a woman mirrors your behavior, it's a strong, albeit silent, indication that she is actively trying to match your energy because she is genuinely into you. This subconscious synchronization demonstrates a desire for connection, a longing to be on the same wavelength as you. It signifies that she feels a certain resonance with you, a comfort that allows her subconscious to align with your presence. This shared physical or verbal rhythm is a powerful builder of intimacy and a clear sign that a deep, unspoken bond is beginning to form. It's a powerful testament to the idea that bodies in sync often mean minds and hearts are also aligning. Pay close attention to these subtle reflections. They are not mere coincidences, but profound indicators of an emerging connection. 6. The meaningful nod. Beyond polite agreement. Nodding is a universal sign of acknowledgement, but not all nods carry the same weight or convey the same message. To truly understand a woman's level of engagement and interest, it's crucial to differentiate between polite acknowledgement and genuine, invested attention. Quick, sharp nods, for example, might simply be her polite attempt to get through the conversation, indicating a desire to move things along or simply acknowledge that she hears you without deep engagement. However, the nods that signal genuine attraction and profound interest are distinct. Look for slow, steady nods. These are deliberate, unhurried movements that convey thoughtful consideration and absorption of your words. Crucially, these slow, steady nods are especially telling when they are paired with deep eye contact, when her gaze is locked with yours, conveying an intensity of focus, and her head moves slowly in agreement. It indicates that she is truly interested in what you are saying. This is not just passive listening, it is active, engaged understanding. Furthermore, if she adds verbal affirmations, such as a gentle, drawn-out or a curious really, while she is nodding, it amplifies the signal of her engagement. And if a soft smile accompanies her nods, it further solidifies her genuine interest. These verbal and facial additions are her subtle yet clear ways of encouraging you to continue speaking. They communicate a desire for more, a hunger for your words, and a deep appreciation for the conversation you are sharing. This combination of slow, steady nods, deep eye contact, and encouraging verbalizations or smiles is the epitome of genuine engagement. It shows that she is not just listening, but processing, connecting, and encouraging the flow of conversation, indicating a deep level of comfort and interest in you and what you have to say. These are the nods that build bridges, signaling that your words are resonating deeply within her, and she wants you to know it. The power of patterns, connecting the dots. It is absolutely crucial to understand that decoding body language, and especially the subtle signals of attraction, is not about isolated gestures. A single instance of a subtle lip part or one quick glance might be coincidental or mean nothing significant on its own. The true power and reliability of these non-verbal cues lie in their patterns. When you begin to observe several of these signs appearing together consistently and over the course of your interaction, you are looking at a much clearer and more reliable picture. For instance, if you notice consistent, slow, steady nods paired with deep eye contact, simultaneously with her mirroring your posture or gestures, perhaps coupled with her exposing her neck and that subtle parting of her lips while she's engaged in conversation with you. This confluence of signals is highly indicative. When these individual signs cluster and appear repeatedly, you are very likely looking at a woman who is genuinely into you. This holistic approach to observation is what truly distinguishes an astute interpreter of body language from someone merely scanning for a checklist. It's about creating a narrative from the various threads of non-verbal communication. Each sign, on its own, is a single word. But when they combine, they form a sentence, then a paragraph, and eventually a clear, compelling story. This story, told through her body, reveals her true feelings and her often unspoken desire for connection with you. Cultivating observational mastery, your path to deeper connections. In a world that often rushes us through interactions, urging us to jump to conclusions, the ability to slow down and truly observe is a superpower. The next time you find yourself conversing with a woman, make a conscious effort to slow down your own pace. Give yourself the mental space to observe, and most importantly, tune in to the quiet, non-verbal signals she is sending your way. These silent messengers, these subtle cues, will provide you with everything you need to know without her ever having to articulate a single word. They are the authentic voice of her subconscious, revealing attraction, comfort, vulnerability, and a desire for connection that words alone often cannot convey. Mastering this skill isn't just about identifying romantic interest. It's about becoming a more perceptive, empathetic, and ultimately more connected individual in all your interactions. It's about stepping beyond the superficial and diving into the rich, complex tapestry of human communication. By paying attention to these profound, often hidden signals, you empower yourself to confidently respond to the invitations that are always there, waiting to be recognized. This discernment allows you to confidently take that first step, knowing that the subtle cues have already laid the groundwork for a meaningful connection. Embrace this deeper understanding, stay sharp, and remain observant, for the world of nonverbal communication is always speaking, and now you have the tools to truly listen.